my channel. Hopefully this line of light does not bother you guys as much as it's bothering me. So, I actually already filmed this video and it was way too long. So I'm gonna start from scratch and cut it down to a reasonable length. I talk way too much, you guys. Like, it's obvious when I'm editing. This is my 2019 goals video. Did I meet my goals? Did I not? Did I get close? What would I do differently? Where was I at on the goals? Why did I not meet the goals? Spoiler alert, I did not meet them all, which just eats me alive. But it's fine. It's fine. We have a whole new year of new goals coming soon. So anyways, here's my 2019 goals. Did I meet them? Stay tuned to find out. All right, one of the goals was to run a 5K, and I actually ran a mud run in September. Super cool. We literally got to like dive in the mud, do some army crawl through some sand and gravel, swim through the lake. It was awesome. I was covered in mud from head to toe. I did not train for this 5K, so I walked a lot of it, but don't tell nobody. Another goal was to go on a missions trip, and I actually did not go on a missions trip this year, but as you guys know, I'm going to Namibia, Africa this coming May. So I started doing research on a missions trip for 2019 back this past April and May-ish and came across the Namibia trip. So that's why I did not go on a mission trip this year, but I have a huge one, a month-long planned this coming May. So super excited. Another goal is to recycle plastics. I actually did really good with this goal, you guys. I recycled 9 bags, 13-gallon trash bags of plastics this year. And depending on where you live, recycling may be easier for you. If they come and pick it up at your house, you literally have no excuse. For me, I have to just bag them up and take them to the recycling plant when they're open. It's really not that big of a deal. Some people have to drive super far. Anyways, I'm really proud of myself for the recycling goal. Remember, I live in Tennessee. I am not in no urban New York City, LA, so recycling's not really huge here. Next goal was to go to a concert, and I did not go to a concert this year. I was gonna go see Pentatonics in Nashville. I'm just not big with crowds and not huge with music in general. I'm very picky about my music selection. There was no opportunity to go, so I didn't end up going this year, but I've actually never been to a big concert, so that's why it was a goal this year, but maybe next year. Another goal was to volunteer in 3 events, and I did exactly 3, which, I mean, I met my goal, but I definitely expected to do a lot more volunteering. I thought this would be an easier goal than it was. I volunteered in a nursing home back in February with my Bible study at the time, so that was a lot of fun. And then me and my friend Lonnie volunteered at the Salvation Army. We worked in a little kitchen serving food to the homeless, and that was really cool. And then my church, for Thanksgiving, we packed up 1,000 turkeys, put them in 1,000 turkey boxes to feed 5,000 people. That was a lot of fun, super efficient. It was like an assembly line setup, which I thrive in because efficiency and speed and getting it done. So that was actually a lot of fun. Another goal is to change a baby's diaper, and thanks to my little baby niece, that happened easily. Even though I've only changed her diaper 2 or 3 times so far, but her first diaper change from me, her little auntie, was June 8th of this year. So she was a tiny little tot then. And that was definitely the first diaper I've ever changed since I was like 1.5 years. My parents had me changing Lyric's diaper when I was 1.5 years. It's a funny video. Anywho, another goal was to go on a solo trip, and I didn't end up going this year. I did look into it. I really want to go up to like Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, somewhere up there, but the more I got to thinking about it, I don't really want to go super rural because it's kind of dangerous and unsafe to go by myself to somewhere where there's not a lot of people. Did not go on a solo trip. Still would like to go on one though. Another goal was to walk 10 dogs, and I was a WAG dog walker, and I say was, I'm actually currently a dog walker, but literally no dogs come through my app. So I don't know what the heck's going on. I've called them twice just to make sure my account is still active, and it is, but for some reason I don't get any dogs to come through, so I don't know. Was not given the opportunity to walk 10 dogs. I did walk my parents' dogs 10 times though, if you want to count that. Another goal was to pay for a minivan's fast food, kind of like a pay it forward type of ordeal, and long story short, I did do this one last week. I was at the McDonald's, a minivan pulled up behind me. I was getting all excited. I was like, oh, I'm gonna pay for this family's meal, like I'm doing the right thing, and I told the guy I'm gonna pay for my meal and her meal. He printed out both receipts. I was feeling so good. I was like, oh, this is awesome. I look at her receipt, y'all. This lady only got a senior discounted coffee. That's it. 79 cents to pay for the minivan's fast food. I marked it off because I technically did it, but super cheap, was not expecting that. It's the thought that counts. Another goal is to print photos often, and I actually did this from January through June. So the first half of the year, every single month, I would print off 3 or 4 of my favorite pictures of that month. So I did that, but then for whatever reason, in July for the rest of the year, I just completely forgot about it and did not print off any photos. Half a check mark, maybe? Another goal was to go to a UT football game, and I did actually go to the South Carolina game in October, and OMG, that was the best football game ever. We were not expecting to win, and we freaking beat them, and it was so loud, so crowded. The weather was perfect. It was just, I was thriving. It was amazing. I wish I could relive that football game so many times over, because it was just unreal to be there in person. Like, I was feeling it through my bones and veins. Super fun. Another thing on my list was to get a real Christmas tree, and I actually did not do this year because of my LASIK eye surgery at the beginning of this month. I'm allergic to real Christmas trees, a certain species of them, and I don't know which species they are. So it wasn't smart for me to get a real tree and mess around with my allergies, screw up my eyes, have my surgery canceled, or maybe even worse, get the surgery, but then my recovery doesn't go well because my eyes are messed up and I'm itching my eyes because I'm allergic to the tree. So that's why I didn't get a real Christmas tree this year. But my manager actually chopped down a real tree for us at the office for our office Christmas party, which just melted my heart because he is not the festive party type at all, and he literally brought in a real tree for us. I was just like amazed. So I'm gonna half count that, even though I didn't get the tree, but I was still around a real Christmas tree. Next goal was to join a sports league. I did actually join a volleyball league this year. It was super fun. Highly recommend it. You get to meet new people, play sports after work. It is so much fun. But we ended the season being almost last, so I'm gonna have to reconsider my teammates in the future. Or maybe they need to reconsider me. Another goal was to go to yoga class, and for whatever reason, this did not happen. I did not go to a single yoga class all year. I don't know. I don't really have an explanation. I just kind of really forgot about it, and here we are at the end of the year, and I did not go. Next was to chase 5 sunrises, and I'm really upset at myself because I only got to see one when we were at the beach in July at Myrtle Beach, and I've seen several sunrises this year, like 20 plus, but it's been on my drive to work or when I get to work and I go outside and take some pictures of the sunrise, because I love the sunrise. It is my favorite time of the whole day. It's so beautiful. It's literally like seeing the Lord's artwork in the sky, and every single sunrise is different. It's just amazing. So yeah, I'm upset at myself on that one. Like, really disappointed that I didn't go and chase more sunrises. Another goal was to go fishing. This is another one kind of like the yoga one. It just didn't really happen. I could have went. I don't know why. I ended up not going. Another goal was to explore Knoxville, and this one was kind of weird to like put metrics to it. So I just put tallies for every time I went to a new place in Knoxville that I've never been before. And so I went to 8 new places this year. So that's pretty cool. I actually grew up in Knoxville, but in like a small town outside of the city. So even growing up, I didn't go to a lot of places in like Knoxville itself. So once I moved back after college and after living in Nashville for a year, when I moved here, it's kind of like I'm seeing Knoxville in a whole new light. It's kind of like a new city for me because I never really explored it before. So, I mean, I saw 8 new places. I don't really know if that's a lot or not a lot, but I just kept up a tally system, so I'm gonna count it. Another thing I wanted to do this year was to visit New York City, and I did. Me and Chancey, we have the same birthday. That's why I call him my twin. We went to New York City for our birthday. So we got to be at the Today Show when it was snowing on our birthday. Like, oh my God, it was the best day ever. So, literally one of the coolest trips. I say that about all my trips. I love traveling so much, but that trip was just, it was unreal. It was so amazing. Another goal, I wanted to go to a networking event, but just because kind of put myself out of my comfort zone. Networking events are just awkward because it's small talk and everyone's trying to like poof up their egos and make themselves seem a whole lot more awesome than they really are, and everyone asks what you do, and then as soon as you say you're working government, they're like, oh, she's not serious. That was why I put it on my goal list. And I did end up going to an AGA meeting, which is like the Association of Government Accountants, I think. So I went to the AGA meeting with a coworker, and I'm gonna half count this one because it wasn't really, I mean, I talked to people I'd never met and did the whole small talk thing, but it wasn't like a full-blown networking event. It was just like, we got some CPE and, you know, ate some food. Anywho, another goal of mine was to visit a foreign country, and I didn't really do this. I did go to Canada in August, so I didn't put a check mark for that because I've been to Canada before, plus we were in Vancouver, which is basically on the US border. So it wasn't necessarily a foreign country, but it was a different country, so I don't know if I want to count that one yet or not. Another goal was to grow a vegetable and eat it. That did not happen. I tried to grow beets, radishes, spinach, a strawberry, which a strawberry is not a vegetable, obviously, but out there in my I have a little flower bed. Y'all, nothing grew, nothing sprouted, nothing lived. It was all death. That was a fail, but I tried. I also wanted to lift weights this year, and I have 1 tally. So I lifted a weight 1 time this year. That's pathetic. I bought some dumbbells and had every intention on really working my arms and to get toned arms again because I'm getting like this arm flab situation going on. It's really weird. So yeah, we're gonna push that one on to 2020. Get toned in 2020. I really do need to be toned before my Africa trip because I'm gonna be backpacking with like 60 pounds on my back, and I cannot break my back in a foreign country. I just can't do it. Like, that's not gonna make my trip worthwhile. Another goal I had was to do my Bible study homework, and I didn't really have a Bible study for the majority of this year. My Bible study ended last May. So from January to May, I actually did do the homework every single week, and I was able to talk about it with the group because I did the reading. This was a goal this year because I wasn't doing the reading before. So I was like, okay, heavens, get yourself together, do the reading. You're gonna participate. You're gonna really do this. But then after my Bible study ended, it didn't really pick up again, and it's kind of a college group anyway, so I'm not really in the whole college scene since I work full-time and I'm living full-time right now. So I was out searching for different Bible studies, and I actually joined 2 different ones this year, but they both weren't really my vibe. It wasn't really what I was looking for, so I kind of just dropped out of those 2. So anywho, that's that with that goal. And then the other weird one I had was to cook a meal once a week, and that may be normal for a lot of you if you cook. Y'all, I went from cooking 0 times in my life to try and cook 52 meals a year. Like, absolutely not. I did not cook that first week of January, so I did not try with that goal anymore. I was like, forget this. I don't know what I was thinking. I do not cook. I did do HelloFresh this year, so if you guys saw my HelloFresh videos, it was so much fun doing that. But I really don't hardly ever cook, but maybe once a month, maybe. Okay, these next 2 goals, you guys, were huge goals that required a lot of work, a lot of effort, and I am so proud of myself. So one of them was to pass the CPA exam. I did that in 2019. OMG. June 19th, 2019. I will never forget the date. And I became a licensed CPA July 31st. So that is over with. Biggest goal of my entire life that I achieved. This was the year. And I'm so glad to get to sit here and talk that I actually passed it. And I hope you guys passed it or on your route to passing it, because it just feels amazing. Another goal that I'm super proud of myself for accomplishing was to eat fish once a month. I hate seafood. It's the worst thing ever. I don't know why people eat it. It is so nasty. So I made myself eat fish every single month, and literally, you guys, I did this. I actually ate fish every single month. Not only that, but I had 12 different types of fish this whole year. So that's 12 different types of fish I normally would have never ordered at any other time of my life if I didn't have this goal in front of me. So that's really cool. I got to explore and realize that I really don't like any type of fish. Now, sushi, I love sushi so much, and I did get raw fish in my last sushi that I went. It was so delicious. It was the best sushi I've ever had. But a lot of people don't really count that as like real seafood, but I mean, to me, it's like the realest seafood, and it's the best tasting seafood because it doesn't have a fishy flavor. But anywho, so I did do that every single month, and I'm really proud of myself for it. So anyways, you guys, that is my 2019 goals overview with my Christian planner that I used this year. It is so sad that 2019 is over. I mean, it's exciting, but it's sad because I literally feel like it was just yesterday I was sitting here going through my planner with you guys, and now the year's over. So anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and stay tuned. In the future, I'm about to film my 2020 goals video, so that will be up in a couple days. So I hope you guys tune in for it and get to see my new goals. They're all gonna be super weird and funky because you guys know me. All right, guys, I will see y'all later. Goodbye.